We located the hostage on the second floor. We all go in together. Copy? On my go. 3, 2. Jimmy, what are you doing?
What? You guys know I farm on Tuesdays? This alfalfa's not gonna water itself.
4-player co-streaming on Mixer.
Welcome to our Women in Gaming monthly show here on Mixer.
Yay.
So I'm Catarina, your host, and I'm joined today by Ivory and Kate.
Hello.
You can introduce yourselves and say what do you do.
Ivory.
Yeah, great. I am a senior PM within the Xbox organization. I'm focused on the CEP, or Customer Empowerment and Protection Engineering Group.
Nice. That's a large name, but we'll get into
Oh,
that.
yeah.
Of this, I am certain.
It sounds super fancy,
yes,
but we'll get into what it actually is.
That's and I'm Kate Yeager. I'm here with the lovely Catarina Ivory, of course, and I'm very excited to be here. And this is our 12th episode.
12th
Women in
episode.
Gaming.
I'm so happy that we're doing this, and I'm so happy we all have you guys joining us here on the stream.
I'm shocked that we could get this together before E3. We'll
just before E3. Which we'll also be talking a little bit about.
Awesome.
Which is fun. So as always, we're going to give you the rundown of the show and what we do during this hour here on the stream. So this is our 12th episode, as you mentioned, and we do this every month. The next episode is obviously going to be on July 3rd. You're right. I still forget about our U.S. holiday.
That's okay.
I'm like,
you're allowed, my dear.
Yeah,
you're allowed.
Cool.
Sure.
And so this is what we have on store for today. We're gonna obviously our first segment is what we are playing. So we're gonna talk a little bit about what games we are playing. We have our Snap segment, which is all about giving shout outs to people who are doing amazing things in the gaming industry, our game overs and one-ups segment. So game overs are things that are not that good that happen in the industry in the last month, ever since we had our episode, and one-ups.
I am so sorry, Catarina.
Yes,
We're actually going to stop for a hot second. We've got some server issues, and we'll be right back with you. Don't worry, it's a server issue.
We had technical issues.
Well, technical issues. It wouldn't be live if it wasn't technical issues, guys.
Yeah.
I'm excited to be here. And I'm sorry, Catarina. I totally interrupted you to tell you about the technical issues that we were having.
I'm glad you did.
Because otherwise
I had no idea.
it would just been like us talking to, basically like me at home by myself with my dog. Like, she very rarely talks back sometimes. But tell us a little bit about game overs, because we've got those two segments and then game overs.
Yes. So game overs, we are going to talk about not so good things that happen in the industry in the last month. And then we have our one-ups, which are the awesome things that did happen in our industry in the past month, ever since we had our last episode. And so we also are going to be playing a game today, which is Outer Wilds, which is available on Game Pass.
It is.
Kate suggested the game, so I hope you can talk about it, because I have not personally played it, and I think Ivory didn't as well.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, you know what? Game Pass is all about discovery, and I think this is one of the times when we do the interview, you'll see why I picked it. La la la. Anyway, yes, exactly. And of course, remember to participate. Remember. I'll get there. It's you, member. And anyway, guys, remember, of course, to participate with us in our chat. Ask us questions. We'll pick the best ones. We'll talk to you, too. This is all about why we do it live.
Love it.
Serving you up realness, women in gaming style.
Sweet.
yes, and we also have our amazing emotes that you can use in the chat. So please go and do that. So we're going to move on to our currently playing segment. Kate, what are you playing?
Well, am I glad you you ask. I'm gonna feel bad.
I
about
bet
this
it's
because
Forza.
It's hard to. How did you know? Here's
I
my thing. I
wonder.
feel bad that it's like. I feel like it's a constant, like I'm a broken record. I'm just a huge fan of Horizon 4, guys. I am. I have put aside Motorsport 7 for the moment, and I'm very excited for, whatever comes, with the DLC that comes out with Forza Horizon 4. It is a fantastic game. I am currently almost beating Graham AC Bongos in Road Discovery.
Nice. Awesome.
Almost. Let's not be weird about it. I will say that I'm also looking forward to potentially E3. So as we'll mention throughout the show, has us all very tied up for a lot of things. It's kind of the crescendo of all of our years for the most part, right? And it's like it is taken up quite a bit of the time, and I've also lost a nail. That is just something I'm being very honest about.
I'm so
Very
glad you
honest.
shared this with
Guys,
our.
First thing, I lost this nail.
I know what you're thinking, and yes, I am the true hero. And I don't know who's gonna play me in the movie, but hopefully Claire Danes. But no, yeah, definitely.
Okay,
The thing
okay.
is,
Totally related to what we're currently playing.
exactly. It's fine. But I will say Forza Horizon 4, because they just came out with a bunch of a new update. I mean, the barn finds, the open world. It's like I can't even handle it. I love it so much. Poor Catarina's heard me say this like probably for like I think 6 months now at least.
I think it's probably our all of our 12 episodes I've heard you say.
I
that
mean,
you're-
Forza.
Yeah.
And you know what? I won't even apologize for it because that's all I got. Because the truth is that I am a pro spectator. I love esports. I love the people that are good at esports, the gamers. I love the people that are passionate, the developers, the narrative storytellers, that kind of thing. But let me just tell you, I am terrible. My dexterity is awful. So I play Forza Horizon 4 because I'm getting better and better. I also have been playing Farm Simulator 19. Fun fact, they have a new esports league that I'm so
Really?
excited. Get
So
started.
maybe you
love
can.
You can do
be a
that.
pro
I
gamer
mean,
for
guys,
Farm
maybe. You
Simulator.
know what? I
Yeah,
will
that would be
say,
great.
I'm feeling like my farming skills,
Or just really getting really up.
digitally speaking,
you are like pro.
Oh yeah,
you get
for
to
sure.
cook what you farm because
Yeah.
that's a game I would like.
You know what?
Ooh, like you harvest.
Yeah, I
like
feel like
farm
you
to
should-
table
Yes.
by yourself.
Maybe it's
Okay.
like you should play Farm Simulator and then like Overcooked too. No. Wait though.
We
Wait
should
though.
play
You ready
Overcooked
for this?
here.
No, I got this. Here's what it is. You do Farm Simulator 19.
Okay.
You make the food.
Yes.
You do Forza Horizon 4. You drive it to places.
to take the food.
And
Okay.
then you go to
transport
place,
the food.
You play Overcooked 2. You make the food.
So this might be a little bit of like pre-E3 insanity right now. I'm not sure.
Oh no.
what's happening
You are
here.
very sure. You
But
nailed
okay.
it. I've
Yes,
lost
I-
it. Losing
yes,
it.
yeah.
There is something to be said about never having it, but
But
now
this is it's a game idea. Maybe someone out there will pick
There
it
it
up.
is.
Yeah.
Katarina, I'm
Yeah.
curious. We've heard now. Katarina has definitely been a person who has played the same game for multiple.
I know. This is very.
I know
yes,
what it's
this
gonna
is very
be.
true. Yes.
It's Kingdom Hearts. 3.
Yes.
So, but I'm curious if that's still the thing, and if you're also playing other things.
Yes. So it's pretty much the same thing. So I've been playing Kingdom Hearts ever since it came out in January. So I haven't made much
committed.
progress. Yeah, and I
Okay.
haven't made much progress lately. So to be honest, I
Because of the
haven't played
day
much.
job that we're very excited
Yes,
about. That's
exactly.
fair.
So day job is taking a lot of my time.
That day
But
job.
I know.
Jobs really get in the way of life. You know,
Right.
Still love it, but what I've been getting really into is Destiny 2.
Okay.
So I'm still playing that. They just released their season 6 yesterday,
Nice.
so season of
Awesome.
Opulence, which I'm really excited about. And I don't know who I am. I definitely did not pay attention to Destiny for like many years, but I'm now super into it. So
This
it's
does
like
make sense with you though, because you being a huge Gears fan, right? An FPS fan, certainly.
Yeah.
Pro player, ladies and gentlemen. By the way.
but Destiny is like it's a game that is made for me, but I've always by principle stayed away from MMOs just because I
Okay.
know what they would do to me.
And now you've
Too much.
bitten the
okay.
bullet. Now you've gone full bore. I like that
and
you
so
just
now I'm
let it
really
in.
into it. But yeah, so I'm also playing Destiny 2, been doing a bunch of stuff, and now I can do my power search, so I can go because I'm still kind of playing catch up in the whole game because the game has been out for like 2 or 3 years.
That's
now.
okay though. You know what? Those development
yeah.
guys are just right around the corner.
So I've been
from us
having
here.
a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I mean, I think we can jump into the Outer Wilds game.
Sure.
Kate, do you want to say what you know
So
about?
here's
this
what I know
Yeah.
about it. It's available on Game Pass. admittedly, I talked to Slate. So here's my thing. One of the things I love about Game Pass, as I mentioned, was all about discovery. And Outer Wilds has been an ID at Xbox game that then came to Game Pass and is one of those games that people rave about, that they look at as the sort of a genre all their own.
Okay.
And luckily, I've got our producer and Tabs, who's on the co-pilot with me. Thank goodness. And I'm just going to, so this is the time I should mention that part of the reason I chose this is because it has the name Wilds is in it, obviously, and this person to my left, perhaps it's a good idea to start that interview maybe.
Sure.
And
Exactly.
she introduced herself as Ivory.
Yes.
Yep.
Wearing ivory, not lost on me.
Yeah, and not on purpose.
Well, but at any rate, no, just kidding, it's fine. But while we play this,
Katarina,
Katarina,
absolutely.
I love.
So,
Yeah.
Ivory, I'd love to know
Yes.
more about your current job, and
Yeah.
I know you had a really cool previous job
Yeah.
as well here at
Yeah,
Xbox. So
totally.
I'd love to know
And,
what do you do now,
Yeah.
and how did you get here?
Totally.
Yeah.
Well, today I got here by a Prius.
Well, nice.
Nice.
Good.
Someone cares about
Helping
the
the
environment. We'll get to that in a minute.
But yeah, I started at Xbox about 5 years ago, and I was joined the team to really refocus what the Xbox Ambassadors program was about. Originally, it was all about enabling our gamers to help support other gamers, and that was awesome. And we had some really passionate, super engaged community who was a part of that program. But as we looked across like what the gaming organization needs and really where we think community should go, we really, the team and I and a whole big group of us really took some time to rethink what the ambassador program should be about. And so we, partnered really deeply with our community themselves, and just about maybe 3 or 4 months ago, really relaunched what the program is, and it's all about driving a community by of welcoming and helpfulness and inclusivity and safety and all of these good warm fuzzy feelings that you want, but leveraging the power of our ambassador population to do that. And I think we're over 100,000 right now, which is insane.
That's amazing.
Because when I joined the team, we were at 2,000.
Wow.
Yeah. So just the amount of our ambassadors have skyrocketed, which is amazing and super cool, because that means what we're really trying to do with the ambassador program is resonating with our community. And it's just it's just such this little love fest. So it was so awesome to be a part of that team, and really help drive that shift in the ambassador program.
The ambassadors have badges now.
Ambassadors have badges now.
I remember
my
us
God.
talking about this a year and a half ago, and I
stalked
know
someone
it's been
in the parking garage to harass them about getting badges on the console.
So
Flash
this is
forward
how the
3
magic
years.
happens, by the way.
Yeah, I saw him and I just traced him down. I was like, hey, I need to talk to you about badges. Flash forward 3 years, they're finally here, which is awesome. The day that they launched, I just was I'm just gonna have a little me day and just revel in the fact that they're here. So it's super exciting. So now you can see who our ambassadors are on Xbox Live, which is not only one of the #1 requests from our ambassadors, but it also really enables our ambassadors to go out and be stewards of the community and all of that good stuff. So it's twofold.
Awesome. Yeah. And so your current job, though. You've had this amazing opportunity to move to a new challenge.
Yes.
So, yes.
Yeah, totally. And so I've been really wanting to up my technical PM skill for a while now. I love all things PM, and I loved the community, and I loved all of the opportunities that it gave me. But one of the big things that I wanted to kind of brush up on personally was be more technical.
Yeah.
I have a marketing background.
Yeah.
So
We talked a little bit about that
Yes, we did.
Obviously, I'm actually going to let Tabs take over co-piloting because she's infinitely better at this, and I very much.
You were cooking a marshmallow, though.
I was
super
roasting
whimsical,
one.
and
I was
I
roasting a marshmallow.
I did not
Let's
know
be
you could
clear,
do that
folks.
here.
Well, here's. Oh, that's fancy.
Who's this guy?
I mean, here's what it is. This appears to be a alien outdoor camp, which I'm a big fan of.
great.
Big fan.
Oh.
And actually, to jump into for a hot
sure,
second,
do it.
you're just talking about marketing.
Yeah.
You've got a varied career,
I do.
and I would love to know because we talked about your history a little bit, but
Yeah.
let's talk previous to.
Free Xbox.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
and sort of get us through from that angle.
Yeah.
Be curious.
So I started my career at allrecipes.com, which is the world's largest digital food.
Yummy.
Yes. And so I started as an intern there, actually, and my internship project was about creating an ambassador program for them. So that's been that's kind of
Say that.
that's kind of been a thread throughout my career up until recently. And so that ambassador program was all about, so All Recipes is all about like UGC, so user-generated content, but it's all recipe-based. So home cooks from across the globe submit their recipes, and it's like, you know, really cool. And like, I think that's where I like got my like love of community from. I also grew up in a really small town, so community's always been important. But yeah, and so I was there for I think 3 or 4 Thanksgivings, because that's how we measure time.
Amazing. Interesting.
It's like RE3,
Sure.
but Thanksgiving. It's super
I like
cute.
that.
Yeah. And so I did that, and I partnered with different brands like Kraft, Campbell's, whatever, like all the big name brands.
I was going to say small mom and pop brands.
Yeah, just like little itty bitty babies. And that was really cool. I was there, 3 or 4 years. I can't exactly recall. And then, moved over to Xbox. But yeah, I have a marketing degree. I sat on the brand marketing team. Like, didn't work with engineers at all. Like, worked with community and like content writers, and that was it. When I came over to Microsoft and Xbox, I was like, I had no idea. I remember someone asked me to write a spec doc for the first time, and I was like, what is this? What is that?
Yeah.
Tell me more. And so being at Microsoft and with an Xbox, like, I've developed a love for technology, which is awesome, because before that I was like, I
Email.
I use email because I have to.
Yeah. You're more of an IRL kind of girl.
I am.
Hey,
So
speaking of that.
But now you're in the technical role.
But now I'm in a technical role, so I'm like learning.
yeah.
It's like a fire hose, and I'm just exhausted every day because I'm like, I don't even know what that is still, and I'm like looking it up online.
And you're learning, which is amazing. It's a learning process.
It is a learning process. So yes, 2 months into it. So so far so good.
Awesome.
I was going to say.
Yeah.
Yes.
You're reaching new heights outside of work as well. You got that. We're playing Outer Wilds here, and I will say I've given co-piloting over to Tabs because, once again, she is infinitely better than I am, and we're seeing some of the gameplay of Outer Wilds available on Game Pass right now.
Why haven't we done this before? I'm actually kind of upset where I needed to
play
and talk
and
at the
conducting
same
interviews
time,
much.
and now
you know what? We're finding things, and now I'm just
delegated.
Well, I'm gonna give Tabs all the credit here because she was the one that was like, I've also got another controller for co-piloting.
I love this.
Well, blurg, you just TCOB'd in a big way, and thus also gives us a chance at looking at this beautiful game, which is obviously very story driven, which is kind of cool. I mean, look at that sitar, I assume, or maybe it's a banjo. Who's to know?
They have 4 eyes.
Why not? Yeah, sure, that works.
I mean,
It's great.
So it's obviously nighttime here at the observatory, and that's about all I know. But we'll come back in and out of this. But the reason that I chose this game was, as I mentioned, you reach new heights outside of work as well.
Yeah.
Can you tell us some of your hobbies?
Yeah, I like to summit mountains.
He says nonchalantly.
yeah, like it's not a big deal.
You know, it's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Okay.
Yeah.
You got to unpack this for us. Because that is a sentence we don't get to hear.
What have you done?
Sure.
How do you prepare?
Yeah.
And everything.
So I've always been a huge outdoors person. I've always loved hiking and camping and backpacking and snow sports and all of that. And so my husband and I decided that we wanted to be a little more goal driven, or actually me. I program manage him all the time. He's a nurse and he's just like, stop, but it's fine. And so we decided that we wanted to start summiting all 5 volcanic peaks within Washington State.
What?
Oof. We are.
Which 5 are they?
So the ones that we've done so far are Mount St. Helens, which only kind of counts because its top got blown off.
Hey, it counts. Okay, because as I understand it, it could blow again.
It could.
Who's to know?
Right, exactly.
That's very scary.
Yeah.
Maybe, but we're fine.
It's fine. The hike was super.
now.
Well, and we're not in Redmond, we're fine.
Yeah.
Where I grew up, you'd be there's this thing called the Little Har. Anyways.
Wow.
Yeah, the snow. The snow
Wait a
and
minute,
ice
Puyallup area?
Yeah. That's where I grew up.
Oh, see, now that I would. Do you have people that still live there?
Yeah, I mean my parents.
Okay, well, they're gonna be fine.
It's fine.
Maybe.
It's fine. We'll not.
Sure.
We'll just move past it.
They're definitely fine.
We'll move
past it.
Yeah. If it's their time, it's their time.
That's. What are the other
Are you
4?
okay?
Asking for a friend.
Totally. So the other, we've done Adams, which was awesome.
Don't volcano shame, by the way, from 8-Bit Blonde. Sorry about that, 8-Bit, but you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Oh, I got. Okay,
So
so sorry.
Adams,
Okay.
and the thing about Adams, it has a false summit, which is just so rude. So you're hiking, then
like-
it looks like you're like at the top, and then you go over the top and you go down, and you just see this like long stretch of snow still, and then the true summit, and it's
That's
just
No,
it's
that's
so mean. It's a mean
Yeah.
mountains, but it's beautiful.
How long does it take to?
We did it in 2 days. Well, so we did the up and down in 1 day, but we camped at the bottom because it's kind of long to get
I
there.
see. Okay.
Oh, I see. Okay, interesting.
Yeah. Then we did Rainier.
Oh my
which is
gosh,
like the big
14,000 feet. That one.
1410.
1410. About half. Wow. Half of the distance to Everest. In fact, isn't that Everest Base Camp is around 14,000?
You know, I don't know anything about Everest.
29,029 feet is Everest. Fun facts.
Did you look this up before this session, or is
I
this
actually-
like a
or-
little nugget of knowledge?
We live in Seattle. I grew up in Seattle. It's a fairly mountaineering type
It
of
is.
town.
It
My
is.
father did Everest, not the.
Oh.
He went to the base camp. Let's be clear. Like, let's not be a whole thing. But he went to the base camp, which was 14,000 feet.
Well.
Which again, 14,000 feet. Going just to base camp, that's where that is.
That's huge.
And 14,000 feet, nothing to shake a stick at.
No,
Let's be clear.
No, that's
That is
a lot.
out of control. And
Yeah.
how long did that take you?
Yeah, so we did it, I think over 2 days. So you
2 days is all you did for Rainier? That's cool.
That's
I did
still
that
a lot.
too. I did that too.
Yeah, so you hike up to Muir, which is base camp.
Yeah.
You stay the night, kind of get
Of course.
with your altitude. You go across the Ingram Flats, which is like
Ingram Flats.
all glaciated.
Ah.
And then so I guess we did it in 3. That's a lie. I just lied to you. I apologize.
That's fine.
Then we stay
Would've
the night
bought it.
there, and then we go up through Disappointment Cleaver.
Why is
in
it
the-
called
What they called me in college.
Because it's like where people turn around. Then you like cross these crevasses on like really rickety
Right.
aluminum ladders, which is
Oh,
awesome.
Just
in
like the
dark.
Kungu Ice Fall right outside of the base camp
I
at
see.
Mount Everest.
If you're just gonna keep one upping,
That's all I got. That's like I've actually been doing. I saw a couple ducks, guys, and therefore I am. No, but okay, so crevasses. At that point, are you belaying? Are you on ropes and
Yeah.
everything?
Yeah.
Wow, my gosh, what a
Which is
technical
great.
climb! It's a technical climb.
It's a technical climb, but it's not like deeply technical
Sure.
in that way. You know, if you do fall in a crevasse, like they teach you how to get out of it, or also like
That all sounds very scary. I'm
great.
getting, I'm
Do you
getting,
notice,
I'm
by the
getting
way,
very nervous. right
Take a
now,
look
like
at
sweating.
Katarina's like body language. She's
I
like,
can't.
she's like sitting here going, I gotta, but I don't.
I'm
but
trying to
where do I
protect
put
myself
my-
right
you know,
now.
you wear a little helmet and it's fine. Like
I mean, if you fall, it's fine. If you die, it's fine. I mean, you're
It's-
dead.
it's the risk you take. Well, I mean, whatever.
So Outer Wilds, is the incredible game that we're watching right now while we listen. Okay, so
And then the other two.
once
are,
you get wait, real quick because again I'm fascinated.
Yeah.
And I think everybody here is definitely
Fascinated?
fascinated as well. And thank you, 8-Bit Blonde. You rock my world, by the way. I'm a big
I
fan
love
of
this.
you. Big
Dormant.
fan of you.
at all.
There's a lot of love for Outer Worlds and a lot of love for your ability to mountain climb there, Toots. Moving right along. Okay, so you go through the crevasse
Yeah.
walking.
Yeah.
And then at that point, is it just a straight shot, super easy, or you?
I mean, you're like trudging. Like, just think of like getting on a Stairmaster and like not getting off until like the only thing you can do is like sit and just like mush food in your face. Because it's pretty exhausting, right? Because you start before the sun rises, you get up to summit right around when the sun rises, which is
wow.
beautiful. Oh my god,
Yes.
best sunrise in the world.
What's up?
I can't imagine.
Highly Instagrammable,
Yeah.
I imagine.
Yeah. I didn't take a picture.
That's
which,
weird.
What?
Missed
Ow.
opportunity, Ivory. Where was your brand manager at that
Oh,
point?
so
I can't
bad.
even handle it.
Like I was surviving off of Rolos. That was my food of
I
choice,
see.
and I just
Okay.
was, like,
decided
really,
on Rolos. Interesting.
Yeah, Rolos, because the nuts were gonna be too chewy. Because
I
I'm a
gotcha.
Snickers bar person normally.
Fancy that.
Anyways,
These are top
you can eat
tips that I
junk
need
food.
to know.
Right. That's the nice thing about mountaineering is you just get to eat trash food all the time.
All the time, and it's
Yeah,
fun because
and it's fun because you're burning.
yeah,
it
you're
off.
burning all the
You're, like,
calories.
cold.
It's great.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, so at that point, it's just a very challenging hike.
It's just a challenging hike in snow.
So you're wearing the crampons, as they say,
yeah.
the little.
And the little ice axe in your little.
Ah, watch out, Leon.
I mean, and you're not like
Trust
you know,
Rider.
Yeah, Tomb Raider style. Yeah, but you're not like hanging off it like this. You're not.
or
climbing up.
using it to kill people.
Or that.
Well, I mean, maybe.
I
like
mean,
I'm not gonna.
Yeah.
We didn't
I
have
mean,
that need.
Sure, but if it arises,
If it arises,
Rose,
it
that's
would have
fair.
been. Yeah.
So okay, I'm sorry, I got us off on the track.
Yeah, no, it's all good.
Adams, Rainier, St. Helens.
Yeah.
What are the other two?
Yeah, Glacier.
Oh,
Glacier Peak, and that one isn't
in
super
Glacier National Park.
No, it's in Washington State.
JK.
But it's like I know.
For me.
It's I
Where is it? Where's Glacier Peak?
It's somewhere.
Fair enough.
I don't know. I think
Washington
it's near
State.
Bellingham. Can someone look it up for
Yeah,
us?
someone do that.
And then the other one is Baker. And so we just haven't, both of those require a longer day hike in or a couple day hikes in, and then the mountains themselves aren't super bad.
Yeah.
It's just like getting that amount of time off and then being planful to arrange all of that.
Sure.
And then, and then also like, I'm a type of person who's like, I want the summit. Like, just the experience is like great, but like, I want the summit.
Yeah.
And so you also have to like,
You're a
do, like,
completionist.
yes.
As they say
yes.
in
I want,
in the gaming world.
yes.
Do you go by yourself or do you go like with a group or?
Yeah, so we did.
Sorry, I just realized something. She's a completionist, but she's not a camper.
Well, she is a camper though, Kate.
IRL camper, but okay, sorry. Continue.
Yeah, I'm not
I
like
apologize.
I'm guarding like the loot hole or whatever.
See,
they're called.
you know, I'm just saying. I'm just sitting over here. I'm gonna sit right here for a minute and reevaluate my life.
You're a
Oh, it's
metaphor.
3-3. Sorry,
Yeah.
keep going.
Yeah, no, you're just
This is
shake it out.
3-3. I got this.
Sorry.
Sorry about that. I totally.
Yeah, so my husband and I did just Adams and St. Helens with some friends. We did use a guide service for Rainier.
Sure.
Just because it is technical and you, after a certain point, they do recommend you use a guide service because it's really technical and we didn't do like the training up, like, I don't know.
Well, I
We're a
assume
little
that-
loose and fast with it.
Yeah.
Well, you say that, but you're also the persons that do this all the time. So I can imagine this being sort of a hand in hand for you guys. That's interesting, though.
To feel safer, I guess. Just like making sure nothing bad happens.
Right.
Speaking of bad
Flying,
happens, did you just
falling.
kill us in Outer Wilds?
Did we die?
Just a little bit.
As I was saying, this can happen, so you hire someone to go with you.
Happen. So outsourcing usually works.
Yeah.
Tabs. I'm just kidding. She's great. Anyway, continue with that. Yes, absolutely. Oh, hey, Richard, our fearless leader, saying hi.
Popping in.
Just
Saying
popping in.
hello.
Just popping in. Okay, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, I don't even know where we were anymore. So,
this is just the thing you do. This
It's
is
just the thing we do.
Exactly.
What an interesting juxtaposition, by the way, between your day job where it's so very technical. It's so very like seeped in digital,
Yeah.
seeped in the atmosphere that is Microsoft, that is Redmond, and then such a wildly different atmosphere.
Yeah. I need both of them. I need that.
You got that balance.
Mm-hmm.
What started you guys on this whole besides I mean, you obviously must have been a hiker before this.
Yes. Yeah. So I think it's, oh God, I don't even know how it started. I think it was like some friends were like, do you want to climb St. Helens? And we're like, sure. Let's do it.
And then you're like,
and then we're
"You got
like,
the bug."
yeah, then it was like, all right.
So this is
What
my
else can we
motto.
do?
I like this because it's like the say yes until you can't say
yeah.
no. So like you just say yes to things and then
Totally.
you're in them and then it's like, oh, I can't say no anymore. So I guess I'm doing this.
Yeah, you're like, I
So
guess I
it's
summit mountains now.
It's a great way to live your life and just
like
put
that.
put yourself out there.
Way to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, just said yes once and now we're hooked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Well, that's good to know. See, it's there's the ability to do that is awesome, and it's also something that you can just I mean, I would say that you would train, but like you were just talking about,
we
like
train.
Yeah.
Yeah, like when we were training for Rainier, we did it with one of our really close friends, and so we would just find like the steepest, longest hike just within an hour's drive of our house.
Oh, sure.
And then load our backpacks up with like water bottles of filled because you need to train with like weight. Yeah, but also you can dump out the water. So if you put like actual weights and you get too exhausted, like what are you gonna do? Throw the weights off? No, that's littering.
Yeah.
And so you can just dump out the water, drink it.
Fascinating.
Yeah. So pro tip.
That's good to know.
Yeah. And then we would just like go find a big thing and just walk for a
I
while.
want to try it now.
Yeah, it's great. I mean, you're super into fitness.
Oh,
aren't
yeah,
you?
I am, and I do.
Like,
I
you would-
I
I
hike
think
a
you would.
lot.
Yeah.
I'd love to.
You would be great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, think about
Guys, you're
Yeah,
seeing
think about it.
here.
Yeah, we can do it together.
See,
Oh,
it's-
oh,
Because they do.
there you
Okay,
go.
so they do like a Baker all women's trip.
Yes,
What?
You could do that.
we could do that.
There it is. Sure, I'll do it.
Kate?
Yeah, Kate.
Kate,
You wanna join
I'm
us?
looking.
Why
at
not?
you. I'm looking at you because
I can't look
We
at
can
you right
start
now.
tra- We can
No, I could
plan
do
it next summer. It'll be fun.
It'll be great. I can't wait
Yeah.
to do that. Speaking of Outer Wilds, I'm just kidding. No. I don't know about you, but I grew up hiking. I grew up here. And my mother would laugh real hard if she heard this conversation. That's all I'm gonna say. But
we're
yes.
gonna send her the link.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can't
so
wait.
we'll send her and be like, this is what your daughter signed up for. Aren't you
Yes,
excited
yes.
for her? It's
You can also join.
I can. Yeah.
Oh, mom can join. It'll be a whole thing.
Yes.
How cute.
I
Oh.
know. Think about the Instagram pictures, Kate.
Yeah, and you
Think
can,
about the
you
Instagram.
can be our brand manager,
Can I
so
just-
we get that perfect sunrise.
Can I just?
she's
how about this? How about I
clearly
just
uncomfortable.
eat the Rolos? That's a thing.
You can also
right?
eat the Rolos.
Okay, that's fair.
And you should like pre-unwrap. Another pro tip: pre-unwrap all of your snacks.
Oh.
Really? Just have it in your pockets because it's real windy, and then the trash blows out.
Who does like that? Nobody likes them
Oh.
apples. Quick question, by the way, and I am actually down for all my jokes. I am legitimately down as somebody who also does very specific. Like I gotta have a deadline. I gotta
Yeah,
have a,
yep,
a
yes,
thing
of
driving
course.
towards.
Yeah.
When you are up there, do
Yeah.
you like for Rainier, for example?
Yeah.
Do you use oxygen?
No, it's not that hot. High. Yeah. Yeah.
Seemed like a
I mean, I'm sure it's like available.
like if I took my French bulldog up there, she'd
You
be
know,
like, "Oh
I
my
don't-
god, I need
I
oxygen."
don't recommend
Mom.
puppy
And
girl
also,
going
why
up.
on earth would you bring me up?
Dogs, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, because.
So
See?
yeah, I have a pit lab mix, and
Oh,
we take
yeah,
her
yeah.
hiking.
Okay.
So mailboxes.
Yeah.
Mailbox
mailbox?
Pete,
Yes,
she does that?
I've done mailbox.
So have I.
She, got to a certain point, and,
And
then
then she was like, "I'm
she was
done."
like, yeah,
It's like
I'm all
done.
good.
Yeah.
So then me and a group of strangers carried her up. It
You
was
know
great.
what? That
I
is
love-
one thing I will
yes.
say. The culture of hiking
I know. People are always
turns.
so yes.
It's great.
It's amazing.
is.
I love it.
Speaking of amazing, before we go to the next
Yeah.
question, we're taking a look at Outer Wilds here, available on Game Pass, and it looks like we are using a jetpack.
Are we in outer space?
We are on a moon of some kind, I believe.
Can you travel between worlds and
I
planets?
think that's what is happening, and
Ooh.
that is
sounds fun.
currently where Tabs has taken us, and I appreciate the Outer Wilds guide, as it were, with Tabs, who is showcasing this game for us for the first time.
Are you just exploring, or can you kill people?
yeah.
I
so
think
how do you win?
I think you win by playing.
By playing.
It's just the enjoyment.
Presumably,
exploring.
Of
this
exploring.
is an exploratory, presumably puzzle type.
Where are the weapons?
the
I'll
weapon.
stop.
That's I love Katarina.
Exactly.
Katarina's an FPS girl, and I appreciate
Yeah.
it so very much. But I will say that this is just a beautiful little game, and I think
very
it's
pretty.
I will say that I wonder if this is an Xbox Anywhere title, because I feel like this would be perfect on a flight with a semi-powerful
Yeah, you're
PC.
right.
laptop, I would say, because obviously
Yeah.
bringing a desktop on a
Yeah,
flight
I mean-
seems a little excessive.
I think the flight attendants would be too happy with
They're like,
you
"Can
and
you
your
please
whole
go
setup.
that
Unless you like
somewhere?"
also bought the seat next to you or something.
Sure, and would
Oh.
you
Just like
then-
bought
Yeah.
the row because you're
Sure.
a baller. I
don't know.
guess?
Yeah, because ironically, you would be spending more money on the row than you would buying a laptop.
You know,
that
this
could
is
play
actually
games.
a good business idea where we would have select planes that could have
Dude.
Xboxes.
desktops and Xboxes.
Consoles.
Just like
plain.
full setup.
And you would buy those seats
Whoa.
specifically so you could
You heard it
play
here first, folks.
You
video
did.
games. Yes. So this is my pitch to all of airlines out there.
All
You remember
Yeah.
that Delta in Alaska and
Reach
Then I
out to
feel like
us
maybe
and we'll
more
make it
is-
happen.
yeah, we can do this. We know where you
Boeing
can get,
is right here too.
They're right down
Yeah.
the road. Well,
we can get consoles for you. We can have this.
Yeah.
Yes.
Looks like Tabs has literally put us into outer space. Oh, are we next to a
I don't
moon?
understand what is going on.
No, guys, this is exciting. This is exactly
I hear
what we're
people
doing.
laughing though, so I'm
They're
I guess
giggling and having a good
there's
time.
definitely something happening.
Much like
That's the sun.
myself.
I
we
think
might
that's the
wanna
sun.
stay away from the sun.
There are no Lancers here, Kat, is what 8-bit.
Well, you know,
wants.
there are no Lancers, and that's why I'm sad.
That is, it's okay. Did we go through a black hole? Little Rabbit Paws wants to know.
Oh,
and
we did
Tabs.
go through a black hole. People are nodding,
Okay,
saying yes.
okay.
so
Okay,
yes.
there it
That's
is.
what happens.
Speaking of black holes,
This is a weapon.
I was gonna
See?
say,
we have a
what?
weapon. It's not a weapon.
that's not
It's something else.
What's a scout?
A scout.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, sort of like what the Empire used on Hoth
Oh.
to detect
Oh.
the rebel base.
Just
Anyway,
Anyways,
Here.
yes, we were just
going
like
there.
just like
mesmerized by the
Sucked in.
game.
We were, and who isn't? Like,
We
look
were
at
all-
this stuff. This is
Yeah.
fantastic gameplay. Outer Wilds on Game Pass for sure. And we had also mentioned earlier
Yes.
your marketing background,
Yeah.
certainly, and where you had been. And like I said, you started with marketing.
Yeah.
You've transitioned now into like.
More.
Let's talk about
Yeah.
this.
I actually would love
Yeah.
to ask you how
Yeah.
that background actually shapes how you approach a more technical role, because I
Oh,
think that
gosh.
must be fascinating and how.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like a part of being a PM, as I'm sure you
Yep.
know, is like getting your idea, like essentially selling your idea.
Mhm.
And so with the marketing background, I feel like that's really my bread and butter is like the early stages of a project.
Right.
Nice.
Where it's just like, yeah, let me like figure out what this is, like what's the value prop, like kind of all of those things. And I think having that marketing background has been really helpful when it comes time to like how are we gonna build this and like all of that. I've always had really great technical engineering like partners, so I just like lean super heavy on them.
Yep.
And so my goal with this new role is to not be as dependent on them.
Yep. That's awesome.
Yeah. So we'll see how it goes.
How was your transition to like the gaming industry coming
yeah.
from
The gaming industry.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah.
Yeah, so it was crazy. All Recipes is majority like women. Like at the time there was a woman CEO. My entire team was women. Like they were all a little bit older than me, but whatever, that's fine. I started there fresh out of college, so I was like babies.
Right.
And then moving here, like the people are a lot more my age, which is cool, but like not a lot of ladies.
Yes.
And so it was like very jarring. And I actually started like the week after the Xbox One launched.
Oh my gosh.
And like
Wow.
no one
Crazy time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and like, no one told me to be prepared for just like the madhouse that I was walking
The
into.
onslaught. Sure.
And so like, typically like, someone's holding your hand a little bit the first couple weeks. I just was like told to sit down and like read some stuff and they'll get back to me. So like the onboarding experience wasn't ideal, but I also get it because it was like crazy time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hindsight, it's like, man, maybe start after, a few weeks after.
Yeah.
Sure.
Not just the week right after.
And that's something I know that our teams have been focusing on a lot, like the onboarding
Yes.
experience when people join our,
Yeah.
like they now get all of this.
oh my
like,
God, it's so
yeah,
much
they have
better
an
now.
event for all
Oh,
the people
yeah.
new
I was just
coming
like a
and
little baby
bunch
walking
of
in,
documentation.
lost.
Yep.
Yeah. So, it's been
It's great. It's great to see the evolution of
yeah,
that too.
yeah, and like
Yeah.
looking back and like having new people come in, they're like, oh, I did this thing and this thing. I'm like,
I
that's so
know.
cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even get a free lunch out of it. But yeah, so it's been a really crazy transition, kind of watching that that happen. So yeah, it's. I don't know, because like you're living in it all the time,
Yeah.
like it's hard to kind of take a step back and be like, oh yes, that's like my marketing background versus
Right.
like what I've learned here, because I feel like I've learned so much on the job at Microsoft as well. So that's
And
been really cool.
you touched on this a little bit, but
Yeah.
what are like some women that have been really inspiring to you ever since you joined the gaming industry and Xbox?
Totally. Oh gosh. Yeah, like. Let me think. Ooh,
Yo, yeah.
Such a good
You can
question.
think.
Yeah, we usually get like the Bonnie Ross from 343
Yes.
Wolf Kill as
Oh.
well. We usually get I'm trying to remember.
I was just thinking in like my.
Katie Jo Wright.
Oh yeah, Katie Jo's awesome.
Right.
I was thinking like Angela Hessian a bit.
Yes.
Like she's a pretty badass.
Yeah,
badass,
she
I can
is.
say.
You can say badass.
Okay, cool.
I mean, can you say badass? I'm saying yes, but I
We've said
actually
it
have
several
no
times
idea.
now, so
there you go.
cheating. Who's Angela? I'm so sorry. I totally
Angela,
She is Dave
she
McCarthy's.
Dave McCarthy's chief
chief
of
of
staff.
nice.
But she kind of like does a
she's-
ton of
And
stuff.
she used to be one of the women in gaming leads.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
nice.
So yeah, she is amazing. She's been
Yeah.
a great mentor to me.
And Dave
honestly.
McCarthy.
And, yeah.
Dave McCarthy's pretty cool. He's not a lady, but
No. I was trying to
Oh.
for people that don't know who Dave McCarthy
Oh.
is. I definitely do, but I can't remember.
He is a CVP for the Xbox platform.
Aha! I knew it.
Services
yes.
group here within Xbox, and he's also one of the sponsors for our Women in Gaming group. So
There it is.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
he's also a really inspiring, amazing person
Yeah.
who also mentored me before I even joined Xbox. So
Oh, really?
yes.
Oh,
Um,
look at you.
Love it.
I know. So he was a big help in like me trying to find like a really good place here at Xbox, like a good fit. It was
awesome.
great. So I've
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
totally understand where you come from
Yeah.
with Angela, because yes,
Yeah.
she's great. So
She's
shout
awesome.
out to
Yeah,
Angela.
shout out to Angela. And then also Diana Miles.
Yes.
Her and I did some career coaching. So if you haven't done career coaching, like do it.
I
Oh
know.
my God.
Yes.
We spent last summer.
Life changing.
Oh, whoa. Yeah. So we spent all last summer like doing some career coaching stuff, and like my perspective on work is a lot different and it's changed, and like how I approach work. It's very cool.
Yeah.
So
It sounds like you
Those
got
two
some solid
sweet
tips
ladies.
there. There it is.
Yeah.
I like that. I appreciate that.
Yeah.
and that's I will say actually those are two I don't think I've heard much on the couch. Not because they're not great, but mostly because it's a different avenue that you.
Well, and I wasn't a huge gamer, and so I didn't like look at the gaming. I wasn't a part of the gaming world before I joined Xbox. So I got to know who Kiki was, or who Bonnie Ross was by coming here, and so. Yeah,
but
that's
I think
really
that's
cool.
there's a big value there that people usually don't think about when people come from outside the gaming industry and they join. They just bring this like super refreshing new perspective into our products and our programs, where we can think about things differently and how to even appeal to new people in the industry. Because I think there's a big thing like. And Phil has been talking about this a lot of like just reaching the 2 billion gamers out there.
Oh yeah.
But for us to reach the 2 billion gamers, it's like there's gamers of all types.
Yeah.
Like I think I talked a little bit about this in our last episode, but like when I asked my mom, are you a gamer? She says no. But if I ask her, Mom, do you play games? And she's like, of course I play games on my phone and I play.
Yeah, there's such that.
And so, I mean, how do we reach those people as well? And I think like bringing those new perspectives into our teams and our products and our experiences that we're developing here, I think it's huge. So I love that. Yeah, I love to just have all of those like different perspectives.
Totally.
And I think that's super valuable.
Yeah, because it is fun to get in a room because like when you're all coming at it with very different ideas and a very different background, and it does make better products for our customers,
absolutely.
right? Like for our gamers.
Yep.
Like, it's a lot more fun.
It is. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't even know how we are.
We're almost. We're gonna we'll last these last couple of questions, and then we'll go into snaps and 1-ups and all of that jazz.
Yeah.
We've touched on some of these things a little bit, but let's condense it, right?
Yes.
Tips for people, women specifically, looking to get into the industry. And I know you came at it from a non-traditional, we'll call this, path, but I think that's even more valuable in this discussion.
Okay.
What kind of tips would you say? It sounds like career counseling is a really good, utilize whatever coaching, utilize
counseling
what you're.
feels a little.
You're right, career coaching.
It's like a coach. Like,
you're like, you can do it.
Yeah.
Get off the bench.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. Do more push-ups. I'm not sure.
I'll see that. So yeah, talk to us a little bit about that. About like any tips that you've got for people, like people that are in college now, people that are looking to go to something like that. Or...
Yeah, I mean, I'm like jealous of all the interns now who have like these like really amazing like CS degrees. I'm like, yeah, you are so far ahead of me. But I think if it's something that you're interested in, like, so I came in through a non-traditional route. Like, so I was doing an ambassador program in my previous role, and then just happened to stumble upon the need for an ambassador program here at Xbox. And so you don't need to like come in and like, I'm gonna make a game. Like, that's not the only way to come into the gaming organization. And so, we're a business. There's all these different other elements. So if you're doing something somewhere, have interest in something specifically, there's, I'm sure, a parallel within the gaming org or industry. And so just finding that, building connections, obviously. Now, like, I didn't have any connections when I first came to the gaming, industry. But now, building connections, having those mentors.
Sure.
Yeah.
Well, and 8-Bit Blonde has a good question as well, which is maybe women who are already in the industry want to take the next step. Anything that, because you were, you've been there. We've all kind of been there.
Yeah, so I'm a huge advocate of like advocating for yourself.
Yeah.
So when it comes time to promotions, like I essentially like hand my manager a packet of like, here's how to advocate on my behalf, and I've outlined all of the awesome things that I've done with great detail. So promote me, and just like really just document everything I do. Make sure that as I'm partnering with people, getting their feedback, collecting their feedback, and again like. When it comes
data points, basically.
Totally. Right. And when it comes time to like promotion, like you just hand that off. Or I mean, in the case, I've always had awesome managers as well, so I'm a little bit lucky there. But just hand off to my manager, and I'm just like, here's my little pamphlet about why I'm so good at my job. Exactly.
Which also makes their lives way easier.
Oh, totally.
Yeah,
like it makes it so much easier for them to say like, oh yeah, she deserves
set them up for success.
Exactly.
You up for success.
Look at that.
Hey, you know what? By the way, so What's that?
That will become a GIF. What
Oh,
just happened?
Here it is. Clip it.
Someone clip that.
Oh my gosh. I will say that you did give us two things that were.
some random things I found.
But I
on the internet.
love the randomness, and one of them has
Yes.
to do with Sonic the Hedgehog. which,
Totally.
as you know, you've got some history with, and
Yes, that was the first game I played.
But it also has to do with research.
Yeah. So okay.
Let's hear this.
Yeah. So I was looking some stuff up, and I was like, "What's going on in the gaming world these days?" 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, you were asked for.
Yeah.
And then I just went down this like weird internet rabbit hole.
Yay!
Of course, as we all do.
Yeah.
Big fan.
Yeah.
So there was this study recently released around Sega and how in the early 90s they really tried to tackle like having more women representation in the gaming industry. And it was
Nice.
like this really cool article about, and they weren't super successful, you know, but it was about how they approached it and how Sonic the Hedgehog is one of their main titles that they tried to advertise to women and especially to girls about how gaming, you know, is for them too. It's not just for boys.
Right.
And so I saw that and I was like, this is really cool. It's also interesting that, you know, 20 plus years ago they were trying to do, you know, what
That
we're
is
doing
kind of
now.
fascinating.
Yeah, I know.
That was fascinating.
Yeah.
So I don't know if we want to dig into that part of it. But what I really loved was that like I just have a very vivid memory of like being at home, like sitting in like I don't know, like our playroom or something. I don't know, with like the TV, the black Sega, the little, you know, and playing Sonic the Hedgehog. And like that was my very first gaming experience. And then to see this being one of I was like, God, I wonder if like it was the marketing that got me. And I can't remember like how we acquired said Sega Genesis, but you know,
You did.
I did. And like it was this really cool study. It was about, you know, women in gaming, which like we're all very passionate about, obviously. And some of the research that they tried to do there. And, you know, I guess like when they first started, it was like they did some market research that only 3% of girls played games. And by the end, it was like 20%. So they had a huge increase in like,
Radical.
yeah. And then, I mean, obviously, like it's a process. Like we're still working on it.
Trudging
We're
through,
working
but
on
that's
it.
fair.
Yeah.
Yep.
But so I thought that was really cool. And I just liked the little like love of Sonic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who doesn't love Sonic, by the way?
know.
I don't think. Well.
Well, let's just let
Are
that
we
one.
are we thinking about the same thing?
I don't
here?
know.
Movie.
Oh God.
Oh.
No,
what?
I'm
Here,
not.
I'm hoping like the early '90s video game. Very
yeah, for sure.
playful. Like
Well,
that's
here's
as
my
far
thing.
as I go.
I'm really hoping that they just trolled all of us and that it's actually going to be amazing. And
It might be amazing, and they also are taking some time to address feedback, which is also a great attitude to have.
That's right.
As we all should do in
I
everything we do. So you know what?
Exactly.
It's very positive.
And speaking of, I'm positive about this next little
my
motion,
gosh.
which I did
It
not
was
know
so
until
funny.
you said something. So can you
Yeah.
explain this? Which, by the way, as somebody who, as people who are about to go to E3, I highly recommend people use body wash.
Yeah. So I was again internet rabbit hole looking up
And
Xbox
what a good one.
stuff, and then I came across this article and was just like, "What the
And
heck?"
it was not from The Onion, correct?
No.
So
Awesome.
I first thought it was
It's
from The
true.
Onion, and I just was like, this has got to be fake. And then there's like legit media on it, but it's essentially the Xbox team down in Australia or over in Australia, wherever, depending on where you're at.
Fair point.
In Australia, is making a line of body wash for gamers on the go, and the smell is actually it's. Reading through it, it seems like it's going to be a great smell. It's like lemony and evergreen, and just like it smells
Better than BO.
better than BO. And they're partnering with like Axe.
Ah, that sounds about right.
They should have it at like PAX and all the
Totally.
events and everything.
Oh man, it
Yeah,
would be
that
great.
and antacids. I'm gonna say it.
Just some Tums.
Not because of it's a thing called crop dusting, and it hits us all. Moving right along, but I'm
Yeah.
glad to know that
So,
Microsoft Australia has pioneered this one.
Yeah, and it was just so whimsical and silly. And with E3 coming up, I thought it was pretty topical.
I would love that so very much.
But I just was like, this
I
has
wonder
gotta be
why.
fake,
I-
right? But it was just so cute.
Yeah.
I love it. Well
Um,
done.
Yeah, so I think we're done with our playthrough, our
A huge
Outer
thank you
Wilds.
to
So
Tabs, by
yes,
the way, Henny,
huge
for saying
thank you.
thank you so
Thank you
much
to
for
Tabs
playing.
for playing.
Yes, 'cause
So
I-
if you liked what you saw, you can get the game on Game Pass because it's available there, along with more than 100
More than
games.
100, yep, sure.
So you know, go get Game Pass, try it out. You have Outer Wilds and many other games to try.
I believe you can also get 3 months for $1 right now. I could be
And there
wrong.
you
Ooh,
go.
You're wrong
a little
about that, but
promo.
I believe you can. So
Yes.
check it out.
And I mean, a bunch of Game Pass news are coming up. So
Da 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 da. Hey.
Janine,
Anyway.
in our briefing on Sunday.
La 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 la.
So segue to our Snap segment.
Yes,
so our
ma'am.
Snap segment, just to remind everyone, we do give a shout out to people who are doing amazing things in the gaming industry. And Kate, I think you submitted our first one.
I did. So,
Submit.
same, all good. So I will say that this, he basically, Phil Spencer, head of Xbox, who we see all the time around here, who's a friend of the show, certainly. He put out, I don't know if the statement is all right, but I think it was technically a blog post.
An op-ed.
It was an op-ed.
Yeah, it was an op-ed.
It functioned a lot like a blog post, but it was great. The point is that he really did acknowledge the toxicity in gaming.
Yeah.
That's numero uno.
Yep.
Which is just something that you can't get around, and that's just what happens. Not only did he acknowledge it, but he also vowed to fight it. And by that, I mean, to equip not only us who work here, but people who are, designing the games to help with various aspects of that. So I will also say that Phil has also been very supportive of women in gaming, certainly.
Absolutely.
And every time that I've, I won't go into details, but I will say that it's very, and I've said this before, but I'll say it again. He's a kind of leader that you want at the head of your organization.
Yeah, he's pretty cool.
Nobody is perfect, but darn, this guy is so near it. And it's real nice to see because with all of the places we are at in the world of not just gaming, but also in general, it's really nice to see. And I'm realizing that I didn't actually update.
No, it's totally fine. We'll get there.
I believe in us.
Yeah, we're looking at the teleprompter and it's like, oh, we have no topics, but it's fine because we'll
trudge through. But the point is that, and what did you think of the Phil Spencer? Oh, both of you. I'm sorry.
The op-ed is really inspiring, and I really like to see the commitment of Xbox and him to fighting toxicity in gaming. Honestly, I think that's super inspiring.
Yeah.
It's really good. Like, we do see a lot of commitment within the engineering teams to make sure that we create, like, we make Xbox Live a safe place for everyone, where everyone feels welcome, where we really handle the hard cases and people who don't behave as well in the right way, but we also make sure that everyone finds their fun, and fun is different to everyone.
Yeah,
so,
I love that aspect of it. Yeah,
because it's like, you know what? And I've said this here multiple times as well. It's like, I love to play my Kingdom Hearts, very family-friendly games, but I'm also a big fan of Gears of War. Right. When I'm playing Gears of War, I might not be in my nicest behavior, not towards others.
Towards the locusts.
First to the locust people.
Exactly.
And so, that's how I have fun. Yeah. And I have fun with my select group of friends who accept me from who I am, and we all accept each other, and that's totally fine. So I love that. I love that we're focusing on making our communities great, making Xbox Live super safe, super welcoming, and
accessible.
Yeah,
that's
and so I love to see that commitment out there. If you want to read it,
clear as well. Like, it's not, he's not like hiding behind anything. It's like, this is what we're gonna go do. This is how we're gonna do it. These are things that we've already done. Yeah, and I love that transparency as well.
And so if you want to read the op-ed, it's actually on Xbox Wire, I believe. There's a blog post on Xbox Wire. You can go and check it out.
Yeah, Xbox Wire.
Google our Bing will definitely be your.
There it is. Exactly.
Your friend.
Exactly.
Yes.
You liked it too, obviously.
I did like it. Yeah. So there was a little shout out for ambassadors in it, which I obviously love.
Because they're a big part of this too.
Yeah. And so that was really sweet. And then also in my team, customer empowerment and protection, we make up privacy, accessibility, safety, and security.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So it's like this, and community is still there as well. And so it's just like this giant group that kind of touches a lot of the stuff within Phil's op-ed as well. So it just felt really cool to see what I'm going to be working on, or am working on, just so front and center of something Phil was talking about, which is awesome.
I love it. And we should move right along. Apologies. We're like, luckily we're getting down to it, man.
Yeah. So one-ups.
Yeah. Oh no, excuse me. You know what? Actually, can we do the game overs first? Do we have any game overs? Oh, okay. So here, I'll tell you. We'll stay at one-ups, but I'll it has been. I will tell you one game over, which looking at it, excuse me. And I won't even say it's a game over. I would say Kotaku did a piece not long ago about esports in the bubble, and I'm a big esports person.
I saw that.
Whatever it is, exactly. And I think they made a lot of good points there. I think the sad face for me is the whole esports scene in a lot of ways is seemingly heading for that big bubble, which is going to impact a lot of people. And in fact, actually, just recently there was an article that came out about Activision Blizzard and the fact that there's a lot of people leaving, including I don't remember, her last name is Fam, I apologize, and I don't remember her first name, but she's definitely one of the Activision Blizzard top head honchos.
Gotcha.
And so there's kind of an exodus going on right now because unfortunately Activision Blizzard doesn't have really any new IP coming out that has been embraced. Sorry, Diablo, that's been embraced by the community. And this comes on the heels of just a couple months ago where Riot ended up having some walkouts and things. So these are all happening at the time of E3, and we keep talking about E3, but it is the crescendo, and it happens at it's just kind of what happens around. It's sort of like right before a tournament lock, and you see roster shuffles happening. It's the same kind of thing. So we're dealing with a lot of that, and we're dealing with the people that are losing their jobs, people that are leaving their jobs.
Right.
So
kind of all of that comes with it.
All of that comes with it. So I would say that's my kind of game over, kind of the way the world works.
Yes, absolutely.
It'll be interesting to kind of see where all of those
evolution is
land and like what happens with
lots of change coming.
Yeah,
it's very interesting though.
But let's go into one-ups because that's all I got.
I mean, because honestly, we're all super excited that E3 is
You've been mentioning it
on the way.
It's
yes.
true.
So I mean, I kind of want to explain what E3 is, but I'm pretty sure everyone knows what E3 is. E3 is like our big moment in the gaming industry every year, and so
Electronic
Xbox
Entertainment Expo is what E3 means.
Yes, there you go, which happens in LA.
I have to explain to my mother. So
perfect. Yeah,
it starts on Sunday. We actually have our Xbox briefing on Sunday, so expect a lot of like cool stuff announced there.
Yes.
Tune in on Mixer. We'll have the briefing on stream. So. All the times are posted everywhere. Honestly, like
you can't miss it.
You can't miss it.
Show.
Either like if you just turn on your Xbox and you go to the Mixer twist, I'm pretty sure it will be there. So
and I believe if you go to Xbox.com right now, you should be able to see it as well.
Yes.
I think I'm almost certain it has all of the information. Not just when our briefing is, but fan fests and Xbox.
All the other stuff.
Showcase and all that.
Me and Kate will be down there, so it will be very exciting. If any of you are down there and you see us, please come and say hi.
Yeah,
because I'd love to meet
Unless one of us is running or whatever, which we tend to do when we're down there. So if that happens and we don't see you, our sincere apologies.
Yes.
We definitely want to see people, obviously.
Yeah. So that's super exciting. It's obviously, at least personally, my favorite time of the year. We're around our gaming industry. Because honestly, as a gamer and like being super enthusiastic about everything, just like seeing all the games that are coming out, seeing everything that all the platforms are announcing.
And talking about people that created them, that are so excited, that are living their dreams.
And that's the thing. Yep. So super exciting times. Also super stressful times because, I mean, we all need to get ready for it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's a wonderful time, though.
It's a wonderful time.
I can't wait.
Exactly. By the way, I'm gonna brag on you for outside.
Yes.
Okay. So if you go to Women in Gaming, the Twitter handle right now, which is @Women in Gaming.
Yes.
You will see something that I think is really great, which is, of course, Catarina over here did a Women in Gaming Spotify playlist. Everybody listens to music. Everybody should listen to this one. If you got Spotify, even if you don't, check it out. Catarina did a great job.
Yeah, Xbox has like an Xbox account, and so not only me, but like many people around here have actually done
not
playlists.
that many people.
Okay, some people have done playlists for the Xbox Spotify account. I did a very rock, metal,
very FPS, very If you're playing, would this be good for playing Gears?
Yeah.
With that what you had in your heart when you were making it? Okay.
Basically. And some old tunes from like if you used to play like Halo 1 and 2 and 3 and Gears 1 and all those games where people used to make montages and all like they used to use the same songs every time.
Yeah.
Most of those songs are in that playlist. So
That's awesome.
It's a great throwback to those times.
Okay.
I love it.
Great times. So yeah, and Kate,
I did This Week in Xbox. This week on Xbox, I should say. And it's been on for a while, and we have some great hosts and everything. It was the first time that, to my knowledge, that there was a woman on, which was great. I felt really good about that. This is definitely not out of everybody who works on that show is fantastic, and they, quite frankly, are very good stewards. But they had decided to go in a different direction, and try to change things up a little bit. And I happened to be the person that was on there, so I was very excited.
Happy for you.
That's
Thank
awesome.
you. It was
That
very
is
exciting.
amazing.
It was
That
really
is
fun.
so cool.
It was a interesting. It was a bucket list item for me, and I had
Check.
been around there, so,
Check
and
that.
yeah. So
Woo.
I guess now
I almost want to jump out of this couch and hug you.
Oh, thanks.
But I want to.
Oh.
But I'll do it after.
Do it offline. But guess what? We are legitimately
out of time.
Yes, we are.
So-
It's 1 o'clock
Whoa.
right now. Pacific
So
Standard.
everyone, thank you so much for tuning into this episode. We'll be back next month with another episode on Wednesday, June 5th.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, it
July
changed.
3rd.
July 3rd.
My bad.
So not June 5th
Because that's today. E3's on the
so
line, guys. Not our fault.
make sure you follow us on our socials channels. On Twitter and Instagram, you can find us on @WomenInGaming. And also follow our Mixer channel here to get a notification the next time we're live. We'll see you on next episode 13. So before we leave, we do have a special female streamer to showcase for this month.
And actually, I
It's-
apologize.
oh.
It's actually mixer.com/Desiree.
Desiree.
Lady Desiree. Thank you
Lady
very
Desiree.
much. Thank you, guys. Apologies for
So
that. Lady
make sure you
Desiree.
go check her out on her Mixer channel. Thank you so much for joining us,
Thank you for
Ivory.
having
This
me.
was amazing
This was
and
fun.
fun.
Exactly.
Thank you everyone for tuning in, and I'll see you next time.
We are Mixer.
I am 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 Mixer.
We are 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 Mixer.
We sound like we're in a cult.
Hey, you got skills?
Oh, I got skills.
What kind of skills?
I got skills that thrill, chill, ill, and pay the bills, Will.
My name's Greg.
Well, that doesn't rhyme, so. Engage in your favorite streams with interactive skills like cool animated stickers, GIFs, and effects. Only on Mixer.